Welcome to the Real CP Show. I'm your host, CP. And today's topic, let's talk about the OnlyFans. The people know what I'm talking about, the demographics, etc. They know without numbers of males buying, no OnlyFans would exist. The hypocrisy is real. Yes, yes. They know the hypocrisy is very real on this. And they do not want numbers of males to sit there and know these type of games, these little hypocritistic tactics, right? Oh my goodness. Because if I don't want to go on all that, because then it's going into too quick of the show, because I want to show the statistics and everything. See, they know that if OnlyFans was dependent upon males, then it'd be like, oh my goodness, you are sexual objectification, numbers of women, toxic masculinity, right? You're trying to stop, you're trying to use women. You hate your mama, misogyny, right? And they know there's not enough males that be like, to not be like, you go play the game with somebody else, right? Again, the games is brilliantly played toward against numbers of males who don't know the game on this, right? But consistently, numbers of males being used by the games that certain numbers of women are playing. So let's go ahead and get into this particular topic. Let me go ahead and share the screen. Let make sure you see this. Make sure it's okay. Okay, looks good. Now, you see already here, OnlyFans statistics, users, creators, revenue, and more. Behind every OnlyFans success story lies a world of surprise statistics that often go unnoticed. See these keywords that often go unnoticed. See, not surface-based conversation. Who are the creators? How many subscribers are there? And how much money is flowing through the platform? This OnlyFans statistics, God will give you an insight into the core OnlyFans numbers and change your perspective on the platform forever. Not really. But if you know the games, you'd be like, you already know to see through the games. But it's about sharing the knowledge and information. You see, OnlyFans, December the 15th, 2024. Today is May the 1st, 2025. So let's just go into OnlyFans statistics, metrics. How popular OnlyFans metrics? How popular is the platform? OnlyFans is the key player in the adult content subscription space. Repeating, OnlyFans is a key player in the adult content subscription space for one major reason: its popularity. But just how popular is OnlyFans? Really? All right. To answer that, we need to ask the following. How many users on the platform? How many other funds creators are there? How many women are on OnlyFans? And how many people are subscribers? Notice they're not talking about males yet. It's a key thing, right? Of minimization. How many, just right here. How many people are on OnlyFans? Right now, the platform boasts over 300 million users worldwide. Repeating, right now, the platform boasts over 305 million users worldwide. The numbers really took off during the C19 situation in 2020 when the user base doubled. Which user base doubled? Right? You see it yourself. 2019, way down there, right? They probably would have been there too much longer if it would have been this low. 2019, you see, extremely way down there. 2020, when the C19 situation started popping off, and it just took off. Look at that. Look at that. 2023, look way up there. Look at that. I don't see how. Don't show that. How many OnlyFans creators are there? There are more than 4.11 million OnlyFans creators. The platform added about 936,000 new creator accounts in 2023 alone. And that same number or more is expected by the end of 2024. There are more than 4.11 million OnlyFans creators. That is major. That's not small fries. And they know it. But we're going to keep going. You see the numbers yourself. Numbers of online content creators worldwide on OnlyFans from 2019 to 2023. You see yourself on that. Just keep these little things in mind, right? Because remember, they didn't say anything about males, right? So we're just going to pretend that it's just going to be women, right? That make the OnlyFans engine go, right? So you see already. 2019, same thing. 2020 going all the way. Look at 2019, 340,000. All the way up 2023, only a few years later, 4.118 million content creators on OnlyFans between 2019 and 2023. Out of the 305 million users, approximately 4.5 million accounts are created. This OnlyFans data tells us that for every creator account, there are approximately 74 fans, given a 1:74 ratio. Major important point. There are approximately 74 fans for every one creator. Keep that in mind. For every one creator, there are 74 fans. 1:74 ratio. But don't get, watch the minimization, watch the switchery. But don't get misled by this number. It is skewed in by the top creators who are thriving. The average creator doesn't have nearly that many subscribers. Watch the minimization. See, if you don't know the game, you don't know the game. The platform is inclusive, even though a good number of OnlyFans creators focus on adult content. Watch the minimization, people. All right, watch it in a second. The platform is inclusive, even though a good number of OnlyFans creators focus on adult content. It makes room for other creators like fitness trainers and chefs. You see how this goes, right? You see the minimization. You got to watch the switchery. To crunch the numbers, here we go. About 70% of the creators on OnlyFans post OnlyFans post only adult content to focus strictly on adult OnlyFans niches. And within that pool, only about 1% make more than $100,000 annually. You got to watch the game. The minimization game. What did I relay over earlier? Millions, right? Content creators on OnlyFans. Millions of users on OnlyFans, right? And we'll get to some numbers a little bit, right, too. And they want to try to minimize, it's only 1%. 1% makes it 100,000 annually. As if that's chump change. 1%. Who is the 1%? Right? You're going to see it in a little bit. See the little game if you don't know the game. Right? And 1% of millions that make 100,000 is still a lot. And 70% of the creators is still dealing for adult creation. So here you go. Now we're really getting to it now. How many people? Excuse me. Did I go past it? Oh, yeah. Oh, here I'm. How many women are on OnlyFans? Out of OnlyFans, 305 million users, approximately 4.5 million accounts belong to the creators. Out of OnlyFans, 305 million users, approximately 4.5 million accounts belong to the creators. Which creators? This means that about 1.5% of the platform users are creators. Also, only 1.5% of creators out of millions. The creator space is female dominated. The creator space is female dominated. The creator space is female dominated, with women making up to 84%. With women making up to 84% of all creators on the platform. So with these numbers, there are approximately 3.78 million women on the platform. Repeating. So with these numbers in this female-dominated OnlyFans creator space of millions of accounts, content creators, with women making up to 84% of all creators on this platform. So with these numbers, there are approximately 3.78 million women on the platform. How many subscribe to OnlyFans? Not talking about now creators. The majority of, we saw the content creators, the majority is women creators. Now let's see who are subscribers to the content creators. Up to 84% of women. Let's see if they're going to be dependent upon women to be users. You learned earlier that OnlyFans has over 305 million registered users, not content creators, we're talking about users, but not all of them are subscribers. Some registered users aren't engaged financially. Watch the minimization gain here. However, there are more active accounts than passive ones. There are more active accounts than passive ones. At least 85% of the registered users are either subscribed to a creator, buying content, or sending tips, translating still to predominantly women-based creators. On average, an OnlyFans subscriber subscribes to one. On average, an OnlyFans fan subscribes to 1 to 3 creator accounts at any given time. On average, an OnlyFans fan subscribes to 1 to 3 creator accounts at any given time. Again, who again is the majority of the content creators on OnlyFans? Up to 84% women. But they don't want numbers of men to see through this tactic. Because if it was males, being millions of content creators on OnlyFans utilizing adult content creation, it'd be like, oh my goodness, you're using women, toxic masculinity, misogyny. We must protect women. Oh, I know these games very well, and they know there are just not enough numbers of males to see through this. This is why, again, these games continue to be played at this astronomical level toward numbers of males. Yes. This number can vary depending on the fans' interest, budget, and type of content they follow. Factors like subscription prices and how creators market themselves also influence how many accounts fans choose to support. Translating, if up to 84% of those numbers of women, that the ones that do the primary adult content, if they try to portray themselves as wholesome, less subscribers, less tips to them. You understand the game, right? While most subscribers stick to a few accounts they love, the most popular creators attract thousands or tens of thousands of subscribers. These fans are willing to pay anywhere from $5 to $50 per month for exclusive content. Who are these people? These fans that's paying up to from $5 to $50, possibly more, per month for exclusive content on within however numbers within that millions of female-oriented content, right? Right? That's dependent upon majority males, right? But you don't hear anything about, from numbers of female, right? Women empowerment groups. You go girl groups. You can't tell a woman what to do, group. Her body, her choice. Where's all these people at? When on the OnlyFans, up to 84% of the content creators are women. And the majority of that content on OnlyFans is what? So 70+% adult oriented. And who are the majority of the content creators? Women. So where's all that old nonsense switchery tactics, right? These games are so easily seen through when you know these little tactics, right? And it's actually anti-male, right? And again, I'm not talking about coons and sellouts that don't understand the game, right? Because it's an insult. It's almost like they are looking at males as some sub-male caveman that what is a piece of tail or a piece of adult content when a woman is showing whichever sections of adultness, or it's almost like they feel like numbers of males lose their damn mind, right? That they sub-thought pattern. You see how this goes, right? Now, I will say this, and it's good. There's a few extra men that are seeing through the game, but it's not enough. Don't be caught up in the numbers. Watch this tactic. Remember, let me go back. While most subscribers stick to the few accounts they love, the most popular creators attract thousands or tens of thousands of subscribers. These fans are willing to pay anywhere from $5 to $50 per month for exclusive content. The subscriber model with tips and custom requests. What type of custom requests? Creates a lucrative opportunity for such creators to earn big. Creates a lucrative opportunity for such creators to earn big. Which content creators? Oh, you mean the up to 80+ % of content creators, which are women, and the majority of those 70+ % is what? Adult created, adult content. Boy, I'm telling you, man, these games, I'm telling you, it's seen right through when you see them, when you know them. But watch this, watch the switchery. Don't be too caught up in those numbers. Remember, the key to building a subscriber base is consistency and interaction. Fans are likely to stick around if they feel connected to you. So just focus on providing quality and you'll be successful too. Now, OnlyFans isn't just popular in the US, it's global. The US makes up a big chunk of its user. I'm almost getting close to the finish here. Of its user base. But other countries like the UK, Canada, and Australia are far behind. OnlyFans statistics by country show that creators and subscribers are popping up in every corner of the world. And that is on purpose. Look at that. November, December, went right back up in January. Average monthly traffic to OnlyFans.com worldwide from November 2023 to January 2024 in the million visits. Monthly traffic is insane. In January 2024, the site got over 1 billion visits from users worldwide. A mind-blowing number that proves that how much people love this platform. You see, it's almost like it's a slap in the damn face. Oh yeah, many people love this content platform when the majority of the platform is female dominated content creators. Whether it's because fans are checking out new creators, subscribing to favorites, or just browsing, these OnlyFans traffic statistics show that the site keeps buzzing day in and night. Now we're truly getting to the real good stuff. Hold on. This is part I want to skip over. Hold on. Well, OnlyFans creative statistic. OnlyFans isn't just about its millions of users. The creators power the platform. The creators power the platform. They bring in subscribers and generate how much again? Billions in revenue. And as mentioned earlier, there are over 4.11 million of them. The average age of OnlyFans creators differ based on gender. Male creators have an average age of 32, while females average 29. The thing is, a large portion of creators come from the US alone. But just how many OnlyFans creators are there in the US, and why are there so many? Well, there are 1 million subscribers in the country. This happens due to a combination of factors including, I don't go into all that. The sheer number of creators show how competitive the platform has become, but it also highlights the massive demand for diverse content. I'm going to go into all that. In March 2024, OnlyFans received about 197,504 requests for creator accounts. However, only 32% of them were clear for usage. From the second half of I'm not going through all that's not even the important part. This is the finishing. Hold on, these finishing moves. Yeah, this is the last point because this brings it home. OnlyFans male versus female statistics. OnlyFans male versus female statistics. OnlyFans thrives on diversity. The platform demographic. Watch this idiotic freaking terminology of switchery. Diversity, right? And it's not diverse. The platform demographics show that much, and it doesn't. Even though creators come from all walks of life, though some trends stand out, there is a major gap between the percentage of women with OnlyFans and that of men. But you just said it thrives on diversity, right? You see the outright silly ass lie or little white lie switchery. There is a major gap between the percentage of women with OnlyFans and that of men, while women dominate with 84%. Male creators account for 14%. You see how they watch that switcher? They didn't say for male creators account for only 14%. You see how that little switcher word goes, right? And non-binary or other content creators make up 2% of the OnlyFans demographics. Even though men and non-binary, see how that little games, they trying to play that little they're trying to add together. Right? See, watch the little switchery tactic. Even though men and non-binary creators are constantly growing their presence, even though men and non-binary creators are constantly growing their presence, the female to male ratio remains heavily imbalanced. Heavily imbalanced. Even though men and non-binary creators are constantly growing their presence, the female to male ratio of content creators remains heavily imbalanced. But they don't want to talk about this being anti-male, right? I don't go into all that. Well, you know what? Hold on. I was going to read this part because to me, anyway, OnlyFans success rate. The average OnlyFans creator account has 21 subscribers, but the top 10% of creators generate the most on the platform. Well, the platform's wealth. While many creators struggle to build a big following, successful ones make massive profits. For example, the top creators attract thousands of subscribers who pay up to $30 or more per month. They also earn money from tips, paid messages, and custom content requests, which further boost their earnings. Creators also majority women creators also market themselves aggressively on platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter and Reddit to lure in new fans. Those who post content consistently offer high quality content and engage with their audience, often see impressive results. So you see this right here again. There's a major gap between the percentage of women on OnlyFans and that of men, while women dominate with 84% of content creation. Male creators account for only 14%. But at the same time, they're gonna keep trying to play this little game. If this was again primarily content, if this was primary content of males, with a majority of the content creators on OnlyFans, and it was made up about 84% of that, and 70-some percent of the content on the OnlyFans was adult oriented, there will be all kind of uproar about it's against women. They hate women. It's misogyny. You hate your mother. People trying to sexual objectify women. You see these games. And so this system does not like more males to see through these little tactics, because they know if more males were like this. What was that? Razor Ramon. They don't want more males to know that they are the prize. And places like the OnlyFans, I'm saying not them Pacific only, but places like that. And even in the industry of the prong, the prong industry, you know the one I'm talking about, which is still who depended upon who again? Males. Right? How many dating sites are needing males to be subscribers? And unfortunately, they know, again, there's just not enough males to see through the game. And this is why numbers of these type of women out there who know they are feminist superiority complex ones, right? They're like this when they know many males don't know the game. And when they know the small amount of males who know the game, who checkmate them and they call it nonsense, they'll be like, oh my goodness, misogyny. I'm like, get out of here with that tactic. Right? We want to play misogyny tactics? Well, I just call them misogyny-ness. But people don't know misogyny means the opposite of misogyny. Misogyny means anti-male. And I'm not talking about sellouts and gullible males. And all the arguing with them is irrelevant, right? Because there are some males that, I've kind of read some different things where they were saying, oh my goodness, it really doesn't matter because, they're not going to change their mind. It ain't about sitting there trying to change their damn mind, right? It's about sitting there knowing internally more males seeing through this damn game on that, right? Because they want more males to be doing just like this. They see nothing, they hear nothing, and they know nothing. And this is why you consistently hear anti-male bashing tactics. There are numbers of males who are like, hey, man, I got it, right? Understand. They ain't gonna say nothing about that. I understand that. And there is pockets for that. But there has to be more males to sit there and not tolerate this anti-male bashing, right? Misogyny of miscegenary tactics, right? Male shaming males for doing traveling. While at the same time, numbers of women can travel and date overseas, and numbers of women have sex and stuff like that in different other countries, right? Numbers of women, even with Americanism, that at numbers of those legalness brothels, the ones in certain parts of the U.S., right? See, it's always been about, oh my goodness, you can't tell a woman what to do with her body. But at the same time, the hypocrisy is also a male. So if he wants to get with that particular woman or that woman, it's not his body, it's not his damn choice. Man, you don't get the hell out of here with that damn tactic, right? And more males need to wake up and stop allowing people to play these little silly ass tactics. Because in closing, there are numbers of women, and it ain't getting smaller. There's more women playing these little disgusting tactics, right? And they're doing just like this.
That man's fault. Even it don't matter what you do, you need to be able to flip it back on him. Whatever it is, I promise you it can be turned into his fault. He needs to think that everything that's wrong is because of him. And I'm telling you, it's going to get you everything you want every time. It never fails. This is a skill that you need to master.
But you'll have numbers of males, the ones that don't know the game. And I'm not talking about the sellouts, some of the sellouts and the gullible ones, right? And the simple ones and stuff like that. They see nothing, they hear nothing, and they know nothing. And this is what I have to say too. If more males will not wake up and start putting checkmate on this nonsense of this male bashing, right? And hypocrisy-ness, right, of anti-maleness, right? And the shaming tactics toward numbers of males, right? And allowing numbers of women to play their body, their choices, while males don't have a right to what males do with their bodies and their choices, right? If more males don't wake up and sit there and start protesting against this nonsense, I have to say this. Males, what we call men or males existence, will pretty much start disintegrating more. If nothing does not change in a very short amount of time, and you know what? If it doesn't change in a very short amount of time, what we call maleness is going to be more feminized, right? On that. And they're going to be even more type of laws and policies against strong maleness, right? Which then leads to what I have to say. If more males don't come up to the rationalization to say it's time to fight back, be it toward numbers of politicalness, anti-male entities, however numbers of women, however you got to do it. If more males, right? And again, it's also insult for numbers of good women out there. If they don't sit there and start saying some stuff, right? Because the ones who have a son of sons, it's like how many of them want bad numbers of women to sit there and mess over their sons? You see how that goes, right? But if nothing happens collectively for numbers of males only have half a generation to one generation left before the overall destruction of strong maleness. Yes. And don't call out the game.
Well, you need to learn how to flip the script and make everything that man's fault. Even it don't matter what you do, you need to be able to flip it back on him. Whatever it is, I promise you it can be turned into his fault. He needs to think that everything that's wrong is because of him.
Thank you for tuning in to the Real CP Show.